Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Sumi here again, and just in case you're landing on my channel for the very first time, I hope you do consider subscribing on the channel. And to all my returning subscribers, you guys, I see you and I don't take none of you guys for granted. Well, forgive my background, yes, and I know some of you have never seen anybody doing content from such a background. Please, I'm in Africa, of course. So what are we going to be reacting on today's episode? I came across a video that was made by Fox News. It's about this guy who was going to be deported to Uganda, the Mexican guy, you know, that the so-called Abrego Garcia. He was going to be deported to Uganda, but I think depending on the videos that I've come across, I think he's not going to be deported anymore because of the lawyers, his lawyers, you know, and how people have really been talking about it so much. So the guy is not going to be deported to Uganda anymore. So what has really prompted me to even come and talk about this? It is how Fox News describes Uganda as a country. I didn't even know that it is a punishment to be in Uganda, because if they are going to bring a person in Uganda, yes, deporting somebody to any other country where they have never been at, it's not a good thing, and of course I wouldn't support that. But how Fox News literally describes Uganda, that is something that has triggered me. Now, before I start reacting or even saying anything further than here, let us watch the clip together, and I'm going to come back and say something again. And also let me know what you think about it down in the commentary.
The Maryland dad has officially touched down in Maryland. Kilmar showed up with flowers in hand and said hola to his wife, the wife who said he beat her. Kilmar even wore his favorite Bulls hat. This morning, he hopped out of bed and talked to the press in Espanol.
Queridos hermanos y hermanas, mi nombre es Kilmar Abrego Garcia y siempre quiero que recuerden que hoy puedo decir con orgullo que estoy libre y me reuní con mi familia.
Brothers and sisters, my name is Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and I want you to remember this. Remember that I am free.
What's the deal with Kilmar's translator, the imposing woman to his left? Well, she's a nonprofit lady. The nonprofit's called CASA. It's funded by Zuckerberg, Soros, and Bill Gates. They've gotten 11 million bucks in government contracts that make no sense, like 100 grand for environmental justice, whatever that means. All the money in the world can't stop Tom Homan. The Iceman crashed Kilmar's coming home party.
Mr. Abrego Garcia was taken into custody by ICE this morning.
Can't say we didn't warn him, but this time ICE isn't sending him back to his home country in El Salvador. The Maryland dad is about to be a Uganda dad.
It is preposterous that they would send him to Africa, to a country where he doesn't even speak the language.
Kilmar came to the United States and he doesn't speak English, so what if he doesn't speak Swahili? Maybe he can take Soros's translator with him. But Kilmar, here's my advice. Fire your lawyer. You should never hire an attorney with an earring. That's how you get deported to Africa. Now, we don't know exactly what Kilmar is going to be doing in Uganda, but he had it a lot better in El Salvador. He was at a low security prison, fishing, gardening, working out, playing chess, playing soccer. Uganda, and I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can, is a dangerous, corrupt, and polluted place. They just outlawed beating your wife, like literally last year. Polygamy, still legal. If Van Hollen and his hotshot lawyer had just stayed out of the way, Kilmar would be fishing in his home country just a few miles from his mother. There aren't any margaritas in Uganda, but they do have Tonto. It's booze made out of fermented bananas. We're importing a bottle just to sample it, but Uganda has a 15% tariff rate, so that's going to be some pricey banana beer. And Kilmar won't find his grandma's favorite tortilla recipe. Grasshoppers are a delicacy in Uganda. Good news, soccer's big in Uganda, and so's fishing. And if Kilmar has some spare time, he can check out the mountain gorillas at Uganda's national parks. The Maryland dad sure is racking up a lot of frequent flyer miles on your dime. We paid to send him to El Salvador, bring him back, and then run him through the court system, and now send him on a 17-hour flight to Uganda. All thanks to dumb lawyers, judges, and Van Hollen. They were so desperate to make Kilmar the poster child for deportations, they ruined his life. He could have been in El Salvador with his familia. Now the whole world knows he's basically an MS-13 wife-beating human smuggler. We wish him well in Uganda. Uganda's Hispanic population? One bad hombre with MS-13 tats and a bull's cap. And I don't think the Ugandans are going to sing for him like they do in Maryland.
Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him Trump. No! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him Trump.
Should I call this ignorance or it was an intentional move? I know they are trying so hard to fight for Abrego's image, for him not to be deported to Uganda. I wouldn't support that either. But for the fact that this person had to describe Uganda in such a very disgusting manner, that was uncalled for. Because in actual sense, that is not how Uganda looks like. Because if Uganda was a very bad country, why do people come visit and then come back the second time, the third time, the fourth time? Why? Why am I seeing very many foreigners on the streets? Did you see the picture? Look at this picture. Showing that Uganda is one of the poorest countries. So in other words, they are trying to describe that if Garcia comes to Uganda, he's going to be suffering. Because Uganda is one of the, like, a bad country. Did you see the houses he had to put? Oh my God. So these people this is literally how they are describing Uganda on social media. They will not look at the nice places, but they will go and pick pictures that are in the village, like in the countryside. Maybe no one even stays in that house. I don't even think that house is really from Uganda. I don't know why they picked it. And now he is showing a picture of someone rearing goats. So let me ask you a question. Did you expect these people to be rearing goats in mansions? Did they expect somebody to be rearing goats in mansions? Because even in America, when you will look at some of the videos of the people doing agriculture, rearing pigs, donkeys, of course they don't rear them in mansions. They have places where they do rearing from, of course, like where they have to build those, the houses where literally the animals have to sleep. The same thing, we also have it in Uganda. So for them picking this picture like as if Garcia was going to sleep with the goats in the same house, I don't understand why they have to describe Uganda like that on social media. And I know they have to do it like that because they don't want Americans to know that Uganda is a beautiful country. You know, there was a time I was on a certain live and a white guy asked me, do you have white people in Uganda? That is the main road. You're going to see white people only. Those are white people. Would they be here if Uganda was a bad country? Would they? No, they wouldn't. Mind you, you guys are even deporting criminals. You're deporting criminals like as if people being in Uganda, it's like, it is a crime. It is a bad thing to be in Uganda. You guys, I don't know. Am I just overreacting? And this guy is talking about that where he was in El Salvador, he was enjoying fishing. People were singing for him. So in other words, what he's trying to mean is that for us here in Uganda, we don't have lakes. We don't do fishing. Mind you, here in Uganda, fishing is one of the economic activities that we do here in Uganda. It is one of the activities where people literally do their leisure from. People get money from fishing. So I think this person who was trying to describe Uganda, they really don't know how Uganda looks like. And maybe they have never been to Uganda. They don't know Uganda. And now he's talking about that, oh, maybe when Garcia goes to Uganda, they won't sing for him how they used to sing for him in El Salvador. Now tell me, you think Ugandans, we don't have things to do? Do you really expect someone to leave their jobs and go and start singing for a criminal? Why would I sing for a criminal? Because this is how you guys are describing, this is how the internet describes Abrego Garcia as one of the biggest criminals, like thugs in America. And they are deporting him to Uganda as a punishment. I didn't even know that people are seeing you like as if staying in Uganda is a punishment. I didn't know that. It's like as if we, the people who are staying in Uganda, we are on a punishment. Are you guys even understanding what I'm even talking about right now? Like as if for us who are in Uganda, we are on a punishment. Are you seeing the kind of image they are putting out there describing Uganda? Are you seeing it? Now, I am not trying to crash out or even be so emotional about this, but yes, I have to if I have to. This was uncalled for. Why are they describing my country like this? Yes, Abrego was to be deported in Uganda. I'm telling you, I think this guy would really love it here. He would not even think of going back to his country, to America. He would maybe want to go there for his family. I'm telling you, because they are talking about if they wanted him, will Ugandans be able to sing for Abrego? Why would we sing for a criminal? Why? In case he wanted entertainment, in case he wanted people to sing for him, he will go to the restaurants where they do live bands. And he would enjoy just like any other Ugandan, any other person. Why would you make a criminal like as if he is special? What is he bringing to our country? What is Abrego bringing to our country? There is nothing. He's not an investor. He is not. So why would Ugandans even be excited about him to be deported in Uganda? We also don't want him. We also don't want him. And mind you guys, did you even know the meaning of his name Garcia? It means rubbish. If you are to change his name to an African here, Ugandan language, Garcia means rubbish. So we also don't need that rubbish. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but because this person had to disrespect by calling my country all those useless words, it was uncalled for. Exactly. So, and also the guy talking about, oh, Abrego was not speaking English where he is. Now, which language will he use? We don't care. And mind you, in Uganda, we speak English. He will learn it by force. For the years he has been in America and he couldn't learn English, therefore he would learn it by force. We are not. So, I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think. I am not intending to make this video very long, but I honestly had to talk about this. I had to talk about it. So allow me to end from here. Let me know what you think about this clip. Am I just being delusional? Am I being so emotional? Am I being too much? Or it's really worth it? I don't know, because this was uncalled for them to start describing my country like that. Yeah, so let me know what you think about it down in the commentary, and I think we shall meet again in another clip that I'll be uploading. Bye-bye.